Oh, hello, it is your boy Gomi, and I bet you thought you wouldn't be hearing from me, but it's the first UFC card of the year, first fight night of the year, and of course, I have to be making a video of it, I have to be talking about it, and also, it's delayed. Why was it delayed? Because I made this on Kevin Gastelum versus Nassourdine Imavov, but that fight got pulled. I also made a video on Shavkat and his fight in the co-main. That fight got pulled. So now I'm going to be looking at Strickland versus Nassourdine Imavov at I put catch weight. I've seen conflicting things. I believe it's light heavyweight. It's officially listed as light heavyweight on the UFC's website. So whatever the case is, it's not middleweight, which it was initially going to be. So yes, this is going to be the first card of the year. I'm going to be honest with you, I'm not going to be going through most of the card, but it's honestly, it could have been a little bit better. Strickland versus Nassourdine is actually going to be more, I'd say, a better fight, honestly, than Gastelum was, to be honest. Oh, that is, Strickland's coming off the couch. Let's hope he actually did prepare a little bit, because Nassourdine is no joke. Dan Igue's fighting. Dan Igue's nice. He's fighting Damon Jackson, though, who's Damon Jackson. Other than that, Raquel Pennington, Umar Nurmagomedov, not a lot. Not, yeah. Oh, Cachoeira, Jesus. And remember her getting the living crap out of her by Shevchenko. All right. Regardless, we're going to be getting into this fight. This is going to be Sean Strickland on short notice versus Nassourdine Imavov. First off, getting into the tail of the tape, Sean Strickland is going to be 31 years of age, a record of 25 wins and 5 losses, 10 KOs, 4 submissions. He's going to be 6'1" in terms of height, fighting out of the orthodox stance, a 76-inch reach advantage, a 1.09 takedown average. That's higher than I thought it would be. 42.83% significant strike accuracy. It is a pick'em, minus 110 odds for both. I lean more towards Imamov, but it makes sense. He has significant wins over Jack Hermanson, Uriah Hall, and Brendan Allen. Not bad wins, actually. Nassourdine Imavov, 27 years of age, the younger fighter, boasting a record of 12 wins, 3 losses, 5 knockouts, 4 submissions. He's 6'3" in height. He's fighting out of the orthodox stance, a 75-inch reach advantage or disadvantage, a 0.95 takedown average, a 59.45% significant strike accuracy. Pick 'em. He has significant wins over Joaquin Buckley and Edmund Shimbazian. I feel those were the only 2 really relevant ones to put out there, to be honest with you. And those are only the real names he's honestly really fought. I mean, well, he fought Hawes, but he lost to Hawes. That's really it. So, getting into it, looking at Sean Strickland. I'm not a fan of Sean Strickland. I like him on the mic, believe it or not. I didn't like some of the stuff in his past, like the whole neo-Nazi stuff, but I like him on the mic. My problem with him, though, is he does not fight like how he speaks. He talks about wanting to kill a man, wanting nothing but violence. And honestly, if you look at his sparring footage, he goes hard in sparring. He's a hard spar, but he doesn't fight like that. He absolutely does not. He is a very patient, measured fighter. And I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like that's his main weakness. That's why he loses to guys like Cannonier and Pereira. Like, he beat some other guys, like Uriah Hall. He was able to take out Uriah Hall. He was able to defeat Jack Hermanson, and he was able to take out Brendan Allen. But the reason why he beats these guys is because all of these guys have something very similar from him. They're very timid. They're very timid fighters. They very gun shy, and they're not highly active. That's simple what it is. Sean Strickland's main method of attack, and what he mainly uses, is he uses a very educated jab, a very bizarre Muay Thai stance. It's actually a stance. I know a lot of people have probably seen the memes with the iCarly memes where he has the same stance as Miranda Cosgrove, but it is actually a Muay Thai stance, but it's not super effective if you fight someone who knows what they're doing. Um, Jared Cannonier, he's also very timid, very gun shy, but the reason why he won was because he just snuck out at the end. He just realized, okay, let me just blitz the guy. Because that's the thing. Like, those guys who fought Sean Strickland, they're like for example, Jack Hermanson. Jack Hermanson doesn't really fight. Like, he's a very stick and move fighter, and that works for certain people. Like, for example, Israel Adesanya, very low activity, stick and move fighter, doesn't really fight, if you know what I mean. But he also has much more educated striking than someone like Strickland and Jack Hermanson. Jack Hermanson, in all of his fights, pretty much, even the ones he wins, he peppers a few jabs, few shots, and he just really focuses on not getting hit, but he does not make a good focus on his offense. That's why he lost to someone like, say, Delitze, who really pushed the pressure and really heavily pushed his grappling. Strickland was able to beat him with a very educated jab, and he just simply just outpointed him. Simple as that. It was not a very entertaining fight, and that's the thing about Sean Strickland is not a very entertaining fighter. But Sean Strickland's major success is when he does have wild or chaotic flurries. When he does have those wild and chaotic flurries, that's when he's able to win these fights. Like, for example, his fight against Allen. And then also his fight against Garcia. Yeah. He kind of just throws out more volume shots. Like, he has a really good winging right, and he usually follows it up with a really good left hook. But he doesn't throw that a lot. He really focuses on just that left jab. He focuses on just jabbing them and honestly just trying not to get hit by them. Very forward pressure, but just not a lot of activity. People get kind of scared of him. I don't know if they're terrified of his like how he talks or whatever, but they just don't push a lot of activity against him. And a lot of the time, he's going up against non-active fighters, like fighters who don't really push the pace. That's why Strickland edges out these wins. By no means is Strickland a bad fighter, though. By no means. It's just I feel he's not elite. Like, I don't think he ever really was worthy of being in the top 10. Just really was up there because middleweight is very weak. It's a very weak division right now. And then when you see him going up against an elite guy like, say, Alex Pereira, you see what happens. I do think he is the better fighter than Nassourdine, but the main problem is he's coming off the couch. This is what, a week notice? They had to bump up to light heavyweight? Nah, that's... Nah. Plus, the thing is, he's not like a super big guy. Like, he used to fight at welterweight, for God's sakes. Now, Nassourdine, he's good. He's a good fighter. He's one of these guys up on the come up. He's very focused. He's very dialed in. I really like the way he handled Buckley. He did fight a more stick and move style, but also he did push the pace when it needed to be. A main thing he had going for him is he's just big. He's just really big. Now, he did have a very good forward pressure in his fight against Shabazian. That was really good in terms of how he was just cut off Shabazian. Every time he tried to go in, he'd cut him off. He just drove more, and he was always first. He was fighting first, which worked very well, and that's why he was able to get the finish. Same thing against Heinrich. Heinrich. Yeah. Forgive my pronunciation. I tried. He just pushes. Once he's first and he fights first and he pushes, that's when he does his best. In his fight against Buckley, I don't know. He didn't feel like he was really pushing. And then honestly, towards the end, he gassed out. That's my major concern about this fight, is because we know Strickland's got a gas tank. We know he can, because he'll go to a round 5 decision or round 3 decision as much as he needs to. Nassourdine in a 3-round fight started to gas against Buckley, and Buckley is not a guy known for his gas tank. So that's concerning. It really boils down to how in shape, how well did Strickland prepare in the 5 days to a week he had for this fight. If he prepared and we see full power Strickland other than just a little heavier, I'm going to lean towards Strickland. If we're getting Strickland coming off the couch, Nassourdine all the way. Because Nassourdine is also not a bad fighter. He's actually pretty good and on the come up. I just don't like his gas tank because he doesn't have 5-round experience. Give him some more 5-round experience. I think he takes it easier for a lot of the bottom 15, maybe even some of the bottom guys in the top 10, to be honest with you. We saw how he fought against Shabazian, and he did really well in his fight against Shabazian. Overall, like I said, I'm going to just lean towards Nassourdine. I think that's going to be my pick, mainly just due to short notice. I think it'll be more of an exciting fight than it would have been Gaslam, because to be honest with you, with the massive height discrepancy Nassourdine has in Gaslam, I think he would have beat him. To be honest, Gaslam does good against taller fighters, but he doesn't beat them. He does good, but he doesn't beat them. Like, for example, his fight against Israel Adesanya. I feel Nassourdine would have kind of pieced him up, to be honest with you. I think it would have been very similar to the Buckley fight. Maybe Gaslam could have made a comeback in the later rounds, to be honest with you, but Gaslam's not been doing good. I think Strickland will make it more interesting of a fight. I just really hope that Nassourdine is, like I said, fighting first. If he fights on the back foot, like most people do against Strickland, he's going to lose. Like, that always happens. I hope he realizes Strickland doesn't have a ton of technique. He gets really good when it gets wild, but if you can be measured and patient while still putting on good pressure, you could take him out. You could absolutely bully him into a corner, and I feel you could take him out. I don't think he has an amazing chin. Yes. Alex Pereira, one-hit knockout power. Yes, I get it. But he did last very well against, honestly, Cannonier, who does have some really good power. So I don't know. I'm going to lean towards Nassourdine. I just want a good fight. I hope the card will be good. I really do. It's the first card of the year. Normally, the first fight of the year is always a banger. It's been like that for the past couple of years. Looking at Calvin Kattar versus Giga Chikadze, amazing beatdown. Then looking at Calvin Kattar versus Max Holloway, amazing beatdown. I really feel like we should have started this year with a good featherweight fight. What were the featherweights doing, man? Like, we really should have just started with, like, I don't know, who could have fought in the featherweight division? I don't know. Not really anybody. Honestly, Josh Emmett versus Yair Rodriguez should not have been a title fight or interim fight. Should have just been on Fight Night for this. Oh well, whatever the case is, this has been Gomi. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below. Bye-bye.